Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding was the spectacle you expected it to be. In the end, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's marriage was announced to the world like something out of one of her music videos. Billboards outside of Madison Square Garden lit up in purple with the message, JUST&T MARRIED, announcing the news to those on the streets of Midtown Manhattan and the entire globe. A few blocks over, the Empire State Building was lit up in blue in their honor, a nod to the age-old wedding rhyme. The milestone marks a new era for the couple, whose romance played out in the public eye, until they threw a wedding shrouded in secrecy thanks to what were said to be ironclad non-disclosure agreements and TSA-level security. Leading up to the big day, which began Thursday evening with what was described as a rehearsal event for about 100 attendees, few guests would even confirm they were invited, and even fewer confirmed they would be attending.
Still spending forever chopping vegetables? The Full-Star Pro vegetable chopper dices onions, potatoes, and more into its container in seconds, helping make meal prep faster and tidier. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/2 before it's gone.
Watching the arrivals at Madison Square Garden, where Swift has performed 8 times in her 20-year career, wasn't just like any celebrity-packed red carpet. It was like watching the arrivals at the Grammys, Oscars, and Aspie Awards combined. Everyone from Ed Sheeran to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell was spotted, as were several Kansas City Chiefs players, many of whom were captured loading into blacked-out Sprinter vans from a swanky hotel that media and some fans staked out. Social media was flooded with images and footage of guests making the pilgrimage to MSG. Law and Order. SVU star Mariska Hargitay, whose character inspired one of Swift's cats' names, lowered her window and greeted onlookers. It all took place amid a sweltering, scalding heat wave that saw temperatures reach triple digits, tough scene for those outside without an invite. Instead of opting for a traditional bridal party, Swift's brother Austin served as her man of honor, and Kelce's brother Jason acted as his best man, according to an emailed statement from Swift's representative, issued in tandem with the Billboard messages. The bride and groom both wore custom Christian Dior looks designed by Jonathan Anderson, who's known for elaborate, mischievous designs. The couple's friend Adam Sandler, who gave Kelce a cameo in Happy Gilmore 2 last year, served as their officiant. Vows, everything you would hope for: real, vulnerable, serious, and silly, deeply loving. Good Morning America anchor George Stephanopoulos, who attended the wedding alongside his co-anchors Robin Roberts and Michael Strahan, told ABC News after the wedding. Roberts and Stephanopoulos said the couple wrote their own vows in little books. A photo shared to personal trainer Rob Jordan and his wife Joanne's Instagram account Saturday offered a first glimpse inside the wedding that Stephanopoulos described as a garden inside the garden. The couple held hands as they walked up an orangey carpeted staircase to what appears to be the entrance to the wedding. Joanne Jordan told CNN their phones were taken when they reached the top of the staircase for check-in. The apparent orange color was the subject of a massive marketing campaign and fan theories surrounding Swift's 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, released in October. "It feels like kind of energetically how my life has felt," she said about the album's orange iconography. Stevie Nicks was among the performers of the evening, Roberts confirmed. Page Six was the first to report Nicks' expected performance. Asked about the performances, Jay Marciano, CEO of live event company AEG Presence, told Reuters there were big ones. The highlight: 2 Instagram posts from singer-songwriter Maren Morris and Anna Demmer, who is newly engaged to Kansas City Chiefs center Creed Humphrey, show what could be a favor from the celebration. A handkerchief embroidered with T&T, the date, and New York City, along with the blank space lyric, "So it's gonna be forever." The 1,000-person guest list was impressive, expansive, and occasionally befuddling. There was the Hollywood contingent, including Steven Spielberg, Jiggy Hadid and Bradley Cooper, Dakota Johnson, Eric Stonestreet, and Hugh Grant. Kansas City native and Chiefs fan Jason Sudeikis was also there, as well as self-professed Swiftie Nikki Glaser. Jennifer Lopez, Graham Norton, Jimmy Fallon, and Zoe Kravitz were also spotted among the arrivals. Swift's close friend Selena Gomez posted a photo on her Instagram account wearing a fitted, beaded golden gown, the same color Swift wore for Gomez's wedding last September. Then you had the sports figures, like New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel and sportscaster Aaron Andrews. And of course, the music industry was heavily represented with artists including Gwen Stefani, Fergie, The Chainsmokers, Miranda Lambert, Camila Cabello, Benson Boone, and more. Writer and filmmaker Lena Dunham, a longtime friend of Swift, was seen arriving at the Garden. Swift had previously served as a bridesmaid at Dunham's 2021 wedding to Louis Felber. Supermodel Karlie Kloss also attended, seemingly putting to rest any rumors of a rift between her and Swift. The Summer I Turned Pretty author Jenny Han and celebrity chef Alison Roman, who Swift is a known fan of, were also among those who scored invites, as well as Jessica Alba and Chris Rock. It's hard to imagine that a place that big and a wedding with such stars could feel so personal and so intimate, Stephanopoulos said. Because they had their neighbors, their high school friends, it was like any wedding that you would attend, Roberts added. A permit for the event stated that the reception would go until 2 a.m., but some guests were seen leaving the venue just before 10 p.m. Spielberg, Alba, Strahan, Tom Brady and Swift collaborator Max Martin, among many others, were seen departing in SUVs before midnight. As for what went on inside or what it looked like, there are some clues. They cried, and they laughed and they danced, and they hugged and they kissed, Taylor Swift's aunt, Robin Gentry, told Reuters from a car as she was leaving on Friday night. Earlier this week, movement around the venue was closely tracked for any hint about how Swift and co. would go about transforming the decidedly drab arena into a wedding venue fit for a love song maestro. Crews, including at least one person captured wearing an old crew shirt from a previous Swift tour, were seen wheeling in greenery and flowers, as well as knobby tree branches and lush foliage. Boxes labeled Game Tent and SDAIRS were also spotted. Earlier this week, TMZ published a video that appeared to show massive white staircase banisters being craned into the building. The rest of the picture has not yet come into focus, but further details will likely come from Swift and Kelce themselves, whenever or if they feel like sharing. There were signs posted up at some of the entrances of MSG, notifying people inside that they would be filmed. Whether the result of that recording will ever be made public is another matter. Swift's music has served as the soundtrack to a generation of adolescent heartbreaks and coming-of-age crises. For Swifties, her big day was a cause for celebration. Crowds gathered behind barricades, as close as they could get to MSG ahead of the expected celebration Friday. Allison Hagen, a 24-year-old actress who has a side hustle giving Taylor Swift-themed walking tour in the city, said that Swift's relationship with Kelce has kickstarted a very hopeful time for all of us Taylor Swift fans. When Swift announced her engagement through a joint post with Kelce on Instagram last fall, Hagen stopped in the streets of New York City. She said, struck by the urge to tell someone, anyone, the news. "I don't know her, but I feel very happy for her," she said. She seems genuinely very happy. As far afield as Malaysia and Thailand, fans celebrated the singer's big day with parties of their own hosting bachelorette-style fetes in honor of Swift's wedding. In Vienna, 28-year-old teacher Lex Dimitrijevic, a longtime Swift fan who's also getting married this summer, said the celebrations feel especially meaningful. Dimitrijevic, who's hosting her own bachelorette party Saturday, said, "Our lives are completely different, but reaching a similar milestone makes it feel wonderfully full circle." Whether it was the Eras tour, her reclaiming her music, or now this new chapter, fans genuinely want to see someone who has brought so much happiness to others find happiness herself. Swift and Kelce started dating in 2023. They initially connected that summer after Kelce took to his podcast, New Heights, to gripe about how he attempted to give a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it to Swift at her Kansas City Eras tour stop, but was denied access to the singer. Swift later colorfully described the move as metal as hell. The Chiefs tight end gave more insight into that show he attended on a 2025 episode of New Heights, an episode on which Swift made a rare appearance, saying that he left the concert with such a desire to meet her after feeling mesmerized and captivated by what he saw. On that same episode, Swift shared the green flag she saw in Kelce that cemented her commitment to him. Travis has had the same friends since he was probably 4 years old, she said. He's incredibly good at maintaining friendships and is so loyal, and his friends are equally loyal and the funniest, most hilarious group of people. At times, they leaned into the fervor, like when they made surprise appearances on a 2023 episode of Saturday Night Live, or when Kelce made an appearance on stage at a 2024 Eras Tour show in London. Swift has also written several songs believed to be about Kelce that ended up on her latest 2 albums, Life of a Showgirl and The Tortured Poets Department. Swift and Kelce announced their engagement in August in concurrent posts on Instagram. "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," the post read. And for anyone who loves a good celebrity wedding, the Kelce-Swift union has been something of a masterclass in how to throw a huge party that may not be discreet, but certainly has style. This story has been updated with additional information. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister, Bryn Gingras, Rebecca Reese, Taylor Galgano, and Dahlia Fahade contributed to this report.